So yo, you already know what it is, JPTV, we're back again. Today is day 7. Basically the first week of Ramadan is done. I am not gonna lie here, I feel amazing. When I say this here, I feel like my mind's sharp, my strength's up. I feel like super rested, body feels light, I feel cleansed, and it's only been 1 week. Remember, there's 3 more weeks to go. Ramadan this year finishes on the 9th of April, and for me to be feeling like this now, it's actually crazy. And you know what it is? I'm on it, man. I've learned a few things on this year differently to what I did last year in regards to the maintenance, being able to get through training. Because last year, yeah, it was difficult last year, and I managed to retain some weight because I didn't have structure. This year I've got structure, so it's a big difference. Training so much easier. I can get through the sessions. It does get a little challenging here and there, just purely based on hydration. But outside of that, the food side of things, as long as you structure once fast opens, the right amount of food that you need, carbs and protein to get through the sessions, the next day, not only that, but then waking up before fast ends and eating again another meal, carbs and protein again, to maintain through that morning session. It's quite easy. So yeah, man, today we've got a long track session, and obviously you probably have seen already the last long track session that we did, I was in pain, and that was day 1 of Ramadan. Big difference, man. Stay locked in. Dome. Just like that, we're heading towards the summer, man. Look at the weather, nice scenery. Today's plan, you might be able to hear that grass cutter thing in the background, but I can't change it, obviously my man's using it now. So today's plan, we have got 2 250s, 2 150s and 2 80 meters. Now they're about 80 to 90% speed, and they're gonna hurt. That's why I paused them, because they are going to hurt. I already know this. So anyway, that's gonna get done today. Got 5 minutes between each run, and then 10 minutes between the pairs. And like I said, they're about 80-90%, so they're going to be quite high speed. Okay, so mobilization is done now. Obviously, I always speed up that clip, it's a long thing for you to see everything. I know that some people would like to see it, so I'm going to slow it down today and let you see a few extra bits. But it's all about making sure that the body's loose, everything's not tense, and we can get into the next set of movements now, set of drills. So we're going to obviously unstack these bad boys now, put them out for some hip mobility along here, and then For those people that don't understand the session that we're doing, so 250 from this white line here, all the way around the bend, all the way down the straight to the finish line over there where the start of the stand is. Yes, that's 250, so I've got 2 of those. Then I've got 2 150s next, which is gonna be where just in front of where that bin is there, where I'm pointing right now, about here. From there, again, to the end of the stand and finish line. So that's two 150s, and then we've got 2 80s, but the 80s we're gonna do on this side of the track, not the home straight. So the 80s are just around about where this sandpit is here, through to where the finish line is, just here where I'm pointing. So yeah, man, so the intense session, when you're running this at about 80 to 90%, I'd say speed endurance is the hardest thing in track and field. I don't care what nobody says, that's what hurts the most. But the reason why we do this is so we can obviously hold our maximum speed for the longest duration. So after that's all about your pain threshold and the technical the pain threshold and the technical elements which allow you to be able to maintain that form for the longest period in whichever event that you do. So yeah, man, today's going to be an intense one, but we're going to get it done. You already know how it goes. Yo, so for those people that don't know, hurdle jumps, plyometrics, which are also used to activate the body. So it's all about force creation on the ground, but minimizing the ground contact whilst keeping the body strong and in a good form. So you want it to be as strong as possible and stable, because that's what's going to allow you to create that force when obviously you do that per stride on the track. Does that make sense? So yeah, man. Right now, we are on, these are 3'3" in height. The second set was 3 foot. These are now 3'3", 99 centimeters. And then we will go up to 3'6", which is the race hurdle height. And again, it'll go out a little bit further as we do that. So they are, it's not a joke, I'll give you a little insight so you can see the height of these things. To put it into perspective, watch. Same height as my hip. Yeah? Check it. So yeah, you see the height? Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to increase the height of the camera at hip level, the height of the hurdle. So these right now, this is the height that we race at. Obviously, as you know, I'm a hurdler. I'm going to show you the height of this. Check it. Put it into perspective. Remember, I'm 6'1". You go, yeah, 3'6" in height. That's the hurdle race height. Boom, yeah. Check it.
acceleration. It's all about getting your body used to being in certain positions and being able to hold that position, whether that's throughout the range that you're running at or throughout the position that you put yourself in. So all of this stuff's about control, trunk control, hips, lower back and glute activation, making sure everything's striking off the ground. Does that make sense? And that's how we do it. It's always about being able to use the limbs that you have got and make sure that when we're striking the ground, yeah. Makes sense? Not here, not here. Okay, so drills is basically done now. I've just got a few stride outs to do. So basically like accelerations from a starting point through to a distance of say 20-30 meters. We'll take a little break and then we'll start the first rep of the session. Let's fucking go, man. Okay. Fuck. Okay. 1 sec. 250 down. I've got one to go in a few minutes and a longer break. Yeah, man, it's windy out here today as well, even though it's sunny. So we ran half the, or part of the run with a tailwind, and then the rest of it with a headwind, man. Yo, people. So I'm on a 10-minute recovery now between the first two pairs. I've got 4 runs to go. The session's 6 runs in total, and I've just done 2 of them. But yeah, man, remember what I said earlier? Speed endurance is the worst thing. I don't care what nobody says. It just feels like your hamstrings are getting ripped out your body. So yeah, man, I wanted to put the camera on just to make sure that you know the real pain, like the real struggle behind this track and field thing. Like, everyone just sees the glamorous shit, you get me? But I don't see like stuff like this, like the pain that we have to put our bodies through. And remember as well, I'm fasting as well. It's Ramadan now, first week in, so I haven't had nothing to eat for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Since the early hours. Obviously now we are at, what time are we on? 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I haven't eaten for like near enough 12 hours. Well, not 12, just under 12. Or hydrated either. So it's not a joke. Right now, the food is not a problem. I'm not feeling hungry. It's just hydration. The dry mouth is serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's froth, basically. So yeah, man. I'm just thought, yo, let me bring you into the real struggle. And I said, this year I was always skeptical on Ramadan, thinking, am I going to be able to do this? Is this going to affect my chances to make the Olympic team? And I realised that in this holy month, I must do what I can. And you know, with the belief of the Almighty, I'll be able to get through this, man. I'll be able to get through this. There's a reason why we have to do this, and it's falling at this time. So I just to make sure that I do what I need to do outside of this environment, get the best out of my body as well. So yeah, man, stay locked in, man. I got 4 runs to go. Love. As you can see by my face and the dry lips and the dry mouth, it's not a joke today. You know, last week at the start of Ramadan, I had this similar based session, and it was hard purely based on it being day 1 of Ramadan. Today was actually relatively good till I started the runs, because now I need hydration because the sun's out. As you can see, the conditions have gone decent right now, so it's obviously a bit more difficult, and obviously I'm gonna get through this. I always knew that, you know, every year, man, Ramadan's, you know, it's not a joke. It is a beautiful month, and it is a beautiful opportunity to be able to get the best out of yourself, not only with the mind, but with the physical as well. But it is a challenge, especially as a power athlete. You know, I need carbs, I need protein to be able to get through these sessions in the best form. And when you're missing that, it does get difficult, it gets challenging, man. But you know, with a belief, we're gonna hold that down, and we're gonna keep moving forwards, man, because this year is a huge year. As we said again, it's the Olympic year, comes round every 4 years. Obviously the last Olympics it was 3 years away based on lockdown, but you get what I'm saying. And we're just locked in to get the best out of myself, man. Right now, I'm getting myself into amazing shape, and this is better than I've ever been in before. It's the better JP. Now it's just a case of getting through this next training cycle and then start the outdoor season. But I'm not messing around, man. I'm not. Know that. Got the guy out here cleaning up the track right now. Go and show him. Cleaning up the track, so it's making a bit of noise. But anyway, so we've got 2 runs to go. So I've done 4. I've done the first 2 250s, which hurt. I've done the second 2 150s, which also hurt, but not as much because the form was obviously better, shorter distance. Like I said earlier, there's no wind right now, yeah? And it just means that when you're running into the wind, it's like resistance, so it's getting a bit annoying. But right now I've got 280 meters. Watch here, please. Now this is gonna increase the speed again. Stay locked in. Okay, so session is now done. Today I opted for jar flies with the old school plate, so no chance of the bubble bursting. These are a bit better, but you do feel the impact more in these. Speed endurance session finished. I am feeling dead, I ain't gonna lie, but again, because it's Ramadan and I've had no food or hydration for a set amount of hours now, it's now time to try and rest off for the rest of the day. I'm gonna get an ice bath, I'm gonna stretch and whatnot, get a treatment, and then relax until we can open fast later on. So yo, as always, man, if you like the videos, give it a like. If you're new to the channel and want to carry on following the journey through everything that I do on this lifestyle, subscribe as well and drop a comment if you want, man. Big love, JPTV. Also, last thing, Ramadan Mubarak to all of my brothers and sisters out there, man. Stay locked in, love. So just to finish off the session, I've already done mobility, I've already done the plyos as at the start. Now we're going to finish with some ankle mobility stuff, strengthening for the feet, the ankles, the toes, and this is what we're doing, Sam.
something. So if you ever need me for any sand work or anything like that, let me know. I'll come through. I can create the sandpit like this for you. Whether that's at your house, at your holiday home, or at the local track, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, yo, we're done. Told you what I'm on. I'm on big work every single time. Can't level my shit.